Hello. Welcome to the show. Let's go ahead and have the conversation. You see the picture, so don't take a deep breath. Don't even take a deep breath. We just want to have the conversation real quick. I don't even want this to be long because I really want to close the book on Hulk Hogan. I want to close the book on Hulk Hogan, on Terry Bollea. I have had enough of Terry Bollea. I also want to say this. Whoever you are pining for when it comes to politics, whatever your politics is, as long as it makes sense for you and it's not to the detriment of others, I don't give a shit. I don't. I don't talk about pro wrestling to be inundated with Republican, Democrat, whatever the case may be. But again, these pro wrestlers and these people have real lives outside these characters. And when you find out who these people are, and you being a black fan, a Hispanic fan, or whatever kind of fan that is, hoping for someone to be at least have some type of fucking moral compass, it is devastating. I grew up listening to Hulk Hogan, watching Hulk Hogan. He was in Rocky 3, my favorite movie, along with sexy ass at the time Mr. T. Okay? This guy's hugging black folks. He's shaking hands, giggling, sniggling. And to hear in real time, because I was around. Some of y'all wasn't around when that recording came out. To hear him throw around that N-word and say, yeah, I'm a little racist. Everybody's racist. And everybody in the background, yeah, that's true. That's true. If Brooke is going to fuck someone, at least let her fuck a rich N-word. She fucking with these poor N-words. And watching his show and how he talked about his daughter, it's very reminiscent on how 45, the president 45, I'm not saying his name, talks about his daughter. If I wasn't your daddy, I would bone you. And, oh, look at my sexy daughter. I am done with Hulk Hogan. And I'm done with anyone who upholds this man. Florida today. I'm gonna talk about the media and how they roll this out. So we know he was down to the Republican convention and turned it into like a WrestleMania promo from 1986. Fine. Hulkamania will run around, brother, and he did all of his usual spiel. He said he was moved to come to the thing when that thing happened to P45. Okay, got it, fine. But when I look up how he's talked about in the public, you would think that these folks fucking forgot who Hulk Hogan, Terry Bollea is. So it says, decades before wrestler Hulk Hogan spoke at the RNC, he lived in Brevard, Florida. Now, my parents grew up in Broward County, Florida, okay? That's the Hollywood area. So Florida is not new to me. I've been there plenty of times. Not like in my super adult age, but I've been there plenty of times. The way Florida is fixed now is not the Florida I remember, okay? I don't know if the Piggly Wiggly's still there or whatever, but listen, it's the South. Considered the South. Wrestling legend Hulk Hogan worked the crowd last night at the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee, and he did his signature move of ripping off his shirt. But did you know years before he made that move, Hogan was working the crowds in Cocoa Beach in the late 1970s, back when he went by his birth name of Terry Bollea? Hulk was a bar manager. Okay? He said, ripping off his shirt, let the 45 mania run wild and make America great again. Like, he did all he had to do to pump up the audience, and that's fine. What did he do when he lived in Brevard County? Hogan posted on social media that he quit wrestling for a year back in the late 70s to run a Cocoa Beach bar. As of late, it says that he lives in Clearwater and he has a bar down there. Like a Hulk Hogan, like a memorabilia shop. Like you get t-shirts and waist belts and stuff like that. Hulk Hogan played a very big role in bringing attention to the WWE. Like I said, when I was 5, 6 years old, he was all over the place. Like they had him at the White House. Like Hulk Hogan embodied what a wrestler was. And I'm not about to sit here and argue about it. That's what it is. That is his point in history. Yes, Hulk Hogan opened a lot of doors for mainstream to get into what pro wrestling is that we love. But that does not excuse what Hulk Hogan has embodied and become. How are Hulk Hogan and 45 Donald Trump connected? According to Asbury Park Press, this won't be the first time Trump and the controversial pro wrestling star teamed up. Hogan competed in WrestleMania 4 and 5, which were both held at Trump Taj Mahal, and those events were held in 88 and 89, and they were also part of the. They're both in the WWE Hall of Fame. And like I said, they left off that he has a Hulkamania shop in Clearwater, Florida, where he lives. But this article failed to dive into his cheating on his wife with Bubba Love, the Sponge girlfriend, caught on video, and then he's also caught talking and being racist. His son killed somebody. His daughter is embattled and completely estranged from him. He does not talk to Brooke no more because Brooke had a whole career as a musician, put out even a song with Paul Wall. She, back in the day, what the music used to do is when they wanted to change the sugary bubblegum white girls like Christina Aguilera and Britney Spears and Jessica Simpson and all those girls, what they would do is make them edgy, and on the fringe was hip hop. So all of a sudden you have somebody like bubblegum ponytail Britney Spears turn 18, get on the cover of Rolling Stone, become completely sexualized, and then show up breathing and writhing in the camera talking about her ass and how she want to get fucked up in it. That is what the media projects when it comes to hip hop culture. Okay? It's like, oh my God, look what's going on. Miley Cyrus is a perfect example of, I'm from Disney. I don't want to be a Disney girl. I'm going to get dark. Let me do the dark pop. Then I'm just going to take it all the way to the fucking, as far in the fuck world as possible. Spend about a year or two playing around in hip hop, wearing Jordans, twerking, got my tongue out, got the black dudes playing into that hypersexual buck, personality. And then when I get where I need to get, I'm going to drop hip hop, act like I don't know what the fuck is going on, and move back to pop and become this whole martyr. All of the girls did it, y'all. All of the girls did it. Brooke Hogan did it too. Brooke Hogan dated black boys. She dated hip hop guys that used to write for her and stuff like that. She dated them. She was all into. It's fun to get in a fast car with the black guy that my dad hates, and I could just drive fast, and he's gonna fuck me, and it's just, I get street cred, and I probably could say the N-word, and it's just like, oh my God. Well, who knew that her daddy wasn't on board with that? Now, what he was on board was, get you a rich one. Don't be dating these broke ass ones. He said, if Brooke would just date a rich motherfucker and not these broke ass motherfuckers, this wouldn't even be a conversation. But he made sure to call them niggas. And please, I don't care if it's an A or an ER. It is one of the worst vowel words in the damn English dictionary, and the history to that word will always sting. Please don't let your friends get you confused. Okay? That wasn't mentioned in this Florida Today article. If I never knew who Hulk Hogan was, I would not know what a terrible fucking man he is. Then his wife went on to fuck Brooke's friend, who was like 20 years her junior. Brooke is devastated. It's like a whole other world outside of Hulk Hogan. Just the fun guy, you get hugs and he goes and he does it. A whole nother world. And the way the media simply did not mention it is so fascinating to me. Here's a fun article. This is from April. Okay? April 17th of this year. Linda Hogan, ex-wife of Hulk Hogan, has recently voiced her concerns about family dynamics on social media. In a Facebook post, she shared a screenshot of the article claiming Hulk Hogan and their daughter has shared an unbreakable father-daughter bond. That was a one-way street for Brooke. Unfortunately, his actions turned her against the whole family. Further expressing her dismay, Linda posted in January about Brooke severing ties with the family after getting married. I did not need to imagine it. Brooke has dumped our entire family, got married, and had a reception with her husband's family. I can't understand how he and his family assume there's only one side to the story. But oddly to them, there's only one side, hers, all manifested in her mind. If only the truth could be spoken. Additionally, Linda criticized Hulk in another post, accusing him of calling his fans marks. Brooke, now Brooke Oaksley, has been living quietly in Tennessee. She married hockey player Stephen Oaksley in 2022. She chose not to attend her father's third wedding. Brooke, on Instagram, Brooke explained her absence, emphasizing the importance of privacy and challenges of the family dynamics in the public eye. She stated, as we all experience this with our own families, the dynamic of the family unit continuously change over years. From my own journey to healing and happiness, I have chosen to create some distance between myself and family and focus on people and things that heal my heart and align my own personal beliefs and goals and values. I wish them well. And that's classy. Brooke doesn't even fuck with him. But reading that article, you wouldn't know that because, again, it's only entertainment, right? It's only entertainment. Some people was like, did Hulk Hogan actually, like, go up there and speak? Or did he, like, cut, like, a promo at the RNC? Is he trying to revamp himself? Because I know it's a lot of people who get dogged out in the public tend to run to Fox News and the Republicans and try to revamp themselves as something that they're not. Now, I don't get me wrong. I'm shocked. Again, The Undertaker wasn't there. Kane wasn't there. Who else? Kid Rock was there. I was expecting him. He was also in the WWE Hall of Fame. I'm surprised Dwayne Johnson was there. Dwayne Johnson spoke at the Republican National Convention in 2003, I believe. To, like, everyone's shock and dismay. I'll say this. I'm going to close the book on Hulk Hogan, Terry Bollea, and all of his lore. I don't fuck with him, or as the Iron Sheik said on Twitter every morning, fuck Hulk Hogan. Fuck him. It's indicative to have a philanderer, racist, who couldn't even hold himself accountable, be at that convention, because that was basically everybody in attendance. And the Democratic convention's coming up, and the same shit gonna happen because the Dems ain't no better. But guess what? This is the parties that we got. This is a two-party system. This is how the government was put together, right? Unless you read history, and we had a multicultural party, but they had to bust that shit up because we can't have all that race mixing, quote unquote, as that other party got destroyed. But we're not gonna go down history that, you know, certain people don't want you to know about because it hurts other people's feelings. History is history. And when you read history and learn, you learn so much so you don't make the same mistakes. If last week you said 2 + 2 = 8 and somebody said that was wrong, this week you want to say 2 + 2 = 4 and you want to reflect on when you were wrong and you said it was 8. But unfortunately, when you don't know your history, you tend to do dumb shit. And then someone has to say, well, if you'd have asked me, I'd have told you not to do that dumb shit. But I'm not here to preach. I'm not here to be on a soapbox. I'm here to close the book on Hulk Hogan when it comes to Wrestling Color Podcast. And that's all I got to say on that. Y'all tell me what y'all think later.